Hey guys, welcome back to Pompoween. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Cruella. Just kidding, it's Pompberry. And today we've got my personal favorite villain of all time, Cruella de VIL. Everyone says that she makes kids realize that people that wear fur are assholes, but I just thought she was really f***ing glamorous. I mean, honestly, Glenn Close as Cruella, best casting decision ever made. So today I decided to put my glamorous, glittery spin on her. So if you want to see how I did this, keep on watching. But before we get into the tutorial, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. But alright, let's start already. So I've already done my foundation and concealing, and I'm going to start with the contouring. I'm going to be using the Tarte Pro Glow palette, and I'm starting with a cream contour color. And the shape here is a really particular shape. You want the cheekbones to look like they could cut glass. So you want to curve it down when it gets towards the center of your face. I'm shading under my bottom lip to make it look really pouty, and I'm really contouring my nose. I'm basically doing a drag queen nose. I'm making it as thin and tiny as possible. So I added a little bit and blended it out, and then I went in for a more precise application to make the bridge even thinner. I also contoured under my chin a little bit because I have a chin that could crush men, and I didn't bother with my forehead because the wig has bangs. Then going in with the Tarte Shape Tape in the color Light Sand. This color is lighter than my skin tone, so I'm using it really to highlight and bring out them cheekbones. Now this is way more concealer than I'd use normally, but I'm using it as a highlighter. And I know a lot of people do this. I pretty much never do this on a regular basis. I'm applying it to all the high points of my face, so my chin, my nose, the center of my forehead, my brow bone, and I'm adding a tiny bit right under where I contoured in the hollows of my cheeks. To make that contour stand out even more, I'm also applying it here above the outer corners of my mouth. Then going in with Airspun translucent powder, I'm making sure I have no creasing around my eyes, and then I am packing on the powder. I'm just gonna leave it on to bake, and I'm not applying it heavily over my contours. Then going in with the Catrice eyeshadow in Go Charlie Brown, I'm going to intensify that contour even more, and for this I'm using the Moda Accentuate brush because it's dome shaped with a point, and that way I can use just the very tip to go in and really concentrate the product and then blend it out with the side of the brush. I then powdered a little bit over the contour so that I could have a more seamless blend, so that the eyeshadow wouldn't just stick to the cream contour. I'm also really snatching that nose. This look is all about the contouring. It's probably the most contoured you'll ever be in your life, but it's great. Then I'm just dusting off the excess powder with a big old kabuki brush and intensifying the contour even more. Oh yes. Going in with a small little eyeshadow brush around the nose, and then I thought it got too dark and too obvious around the nose, so I just patted my beauty blender to blend that out a little bit and bring it back down. Then I prepped my eyelids with a little bit of concealer and set it with the Airspun powder. Then I'm going in with a Too Faced Chocolate Bonbons palette, and I'm going to be using the shade Divinity, and I'm using this to prep my eyelids. Then going in with Sugar Pill's Acid Berry, I'm going to start applying that to my crease. This is going to be my transition shade. I'm taking it right under my eyebrow and really extending it out towards my temple, making sure to really buff the color out. Then with Sugar Pill's Midori, I'm going to start intensifying that crease and keeping that shape. It's almost like an S shape. And I'm going back in with a previous fluffy brush to just blend those two colors together. And then taking Midori on a small pencil brush to really intensify it close to the crease. And I'm actually doing this above my natural crease line because I want it to be visible when I have my eyes open. And just blend those colors together till your hands fall off. Then going in with the ABH Subculture palette, I'm taking the color Untamed and using a small pencil brush, I'm using it to intensify the crease even more, and going back in with my previous fluffy brush to really blend those colors in together. And this eyeshadow is really pigmented, so I'm working little by little. So I add a little bit, blend it out, add some more, blend it out, so on and so forth. Then back with Sugar Pill's Midori to help blend that out even more. And then with Acid Berry to blend it out even further. Told you there was a lot of blending in this look. But I swear to God, that's why this look took so long to do, because of all the blending. I wanted it to be as seamless as possible. And I gotta say, I'm kind of proud. This blending is, yeah, some of my best work. I'm not gonna lie. Then I'm going to cut that crease with the Shape Tape, and I'm just following the shape that I did. It's basically a winged out shape. Oh man, look at that edge. This is like makeup porn right here. Then going in with a Creepy Cute palette, I'm taking the color Take a Hint, and I'm applying it generously over the concealer. I'm using a flat brush so I can get maximum color payoff. Now, because I want my crease to be really, really sharp, I'm taking the color Untamed on a really, really small angled brush and just reapplying it over that line. And you'll see this really helps to define it, make it look really sharp. Then I'm going in with the Lemonhead Space Jam in Sea Punk. And this is a really interesting product. It's a glitter gel, so you don't need a base to apply the glitter. You just apply this gel and it looks amazing. I decided to use this so I could have a really precise application right along the edge of the cut crease. And I'm avoiding applying it close to my lash line because I'm going to be lining my eyes. And I'm waiting for that to dry before I open my eyes. Now with the NYX Liquid Liner from their Noir collection. This liner has the thinnest brush applicator I've ever seen. It's one of my favorite liquid liners. I'm just going in and lining my top lash, and I'm really extending that wing. We're going for drama, we're going for glamour, alright? So extend that wing up to the high heavens. And doing a liner like this is actually easier once you've done that cut crease because it kind of gives you a guideline where you're going to have to draw your eyeliner. I'm also bringing it a little bit down towards my bottom lash. And if you want to clean up the liner a little bit, it's really easy. Just take a little makeup wipe and then fix it up with some concealer. You can just pat it in with your finger or your beauty blender and you're good to go. Then going in with the NYX Gel Liner in black, I'm going to do my eyebrows. And yes, I'm doing jet black eyebrows because, as I said, I want drama. So we want super, super defined arched brows. Now, I can do this shape because I shave half of my eyebrows off, but if you're not a little naked mole rat like me, I'd recommend covering your brows to do this. If you don't know how to cover your brows, I'm going to link it up here and down below. I have a neat little tutorial teaching how I do that. So yeah, I like working with a gel liner for my brows because it's just like using a brow pomade. It allows for a really precise, really sharp application. Look at that. Oh, look at those brows. Look at those villain brows. Then going back in with the color Untamed, I'm going to smoke it out on my bottom lash line. Blending it out with Midori so I get a nice fade. Now for the inner corner, I'm going to be using one of my favorite glitters of all time. It's the Lit Champagne Wishes in size 2, and I'm applying it with a NYX glitter primer. You just want to apply some of the primer, it's like a little sticky paste, and then pat the glitter on top. And I know the camera doesn't really capture it, but this glitter is so multi-dimensional. It is so gorgeous. I always use it in the inner corners for makeup clients, and they love it. Then going in with the NYX Liquid Suede Lipstick in the color Cherry Skies, I'm going to start lining my lips. I'm taking it on a small lip brush so I can be really precise with my application. Now I'm really over drying my lips, but I'm also creating a sort of doll-like shape. It's very curved, very rounded at the cupid's bow. As you can see, the corners of my lips are kind of a lot smaller than the center. I'm really rounding out the center of my lips, which makes them look really pouty. And if you mess up, don't worry, you can just wipe it off with a Q-tip, put on some concealer, and you're good. I know I said I was lining my lips, but I'm actually applying this all over, but I will top it off with a gloss later. And going back in with some contour, because once I have the eyes and the lips done, I can kind of tell the intensity that I need on the rest of the face, and I just wanted more contour, okay? Leave me alone. And now I couldn't leave out one of my all-time favorite products. It's the Her Own Devices Beauty Powder by MAC. And I bought this, I want to say almost 10 years ago. I think it came out in 2010. And this was the MAC Villain Collection. This was the only product I bought from it. But I used to wear this as a blush every single day. I think it's just the most gorgeous natural color. So I just applied a little bit because I couldn't leave out my little Cruella blush. And I'm so sad that it was a limited edition. I don't know if they have an equivalent product to it now. If they do, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to get it so that I don't have to use this one. Then I'm going in with the NYX Jumbo Pencil in the color Lime, and I'm just lining my waterline. This gives a really pretty shimmer, but you can only tell when the light hits it a certain way. I wish it was more obvious from any angle, but anyway. Then I'm going in with a Milk Makeup Kush Mascara. This is just my go-to mascara. You guys are probably tired of hearing me talk about it. Then I'm going to apply some Sugar Pill Lullaby False Lashes. And these are really nice because they're longer on the outer corner, so it really helps to accentuate that eye shape. Now I'm gonna go put on my wig. And I like to put my wig on before gloss so that I don't get the hair stuck to the gloss when I'm putting it on. And I'm using the Smashbox Liquid Lip in Bad Apple. Now, a little trick I like to do to make the lips look really, really sharp is going in with some concealer on a really small flat brush and clean up the lip line. This makes a huge difference, especially with darker lipstick shades. Then going in with a Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in the color Moonstone. It's just sort of like a champagne-y color. I'm applying that to the highest points of my cheekbones. And I don't normally use a fan brush for this, but I really wanted to concentrate the highlighter in a line. I'm also using my fingers to dab it onto the tip and bridge of my nose. And I'm using a flat brush to apply it to my brow bone, right under my eyebrows. And that's it. That's the look done. Just get yourself some Dalmatian skin. I'm kidding. This is actually a scarf that I've owned since I was like 8. And I was going through my childhood things and this was in a donation pile that I had separated. And then when I decided to do this look, I was like, oh my god, I actually have a Dalmatian scarf. So I kind of wrapped it around me and used it as a shawl. And I really went all out drag queen for this. I did tape my boobs together because I do not have this cleavage. And no, I did not get implants. I just used tape, guys. Cleavage is of course optional. I really hope you guys like this. I have never felt so beautiful in my entire life. I swear to God. This took me like 5 hours to do the makeup, but I'm seriously considering doing this every single day because I refuse to not look like this every single day. I wish I was going out right now. I wish I was doing a photo shoot. I wish I was doing something because I've never, ever felt this pretty before in my life. And it weirdly reminds me of like 1960s Barbie, which is a little weird, but I think it's the lip shape with the eyes. I don't know, there's something that just reads vintage Barbie to me. Am I crazy? Let me know in the comments. And I've actually done Cruella de VIL before, not a tutorial. I did a cosplay. I actually did a burlesque performance as Cruella de VIL. My first burlesque performance ever in my life when I actually had black and white hair. I've had black and white hair twice in my life. Once when I was in college, the other time when I lived in Ireland, and I loved it and I miss it sometimes because I honestly love that hair. But now I have this wig, so it's fine. Although it's a pretty shitty wig. It cost me $6 and you get what you pay for. But if you want to get this wig and you're on a budget like me, I'll link it down below. It's originally much longer, but I cut it and curled it, and I don't know, it looks somewhat decent. So yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna go take this off now, but I honestly don't want to, so I'm probably gonna spend the rest of the night looking like this until I go to sleep, and then I'll take it off. Because I really, like, I don't think you guys understand. I feel so pretty right now. Like, it's insane. Like, I want this to be my going to the supermarket makeup. Like, is that too much to ask? I don't think so. I don't think it's an unrealistic expectation or desire. I don't know. Alright, well, I'm gonna stop babbling. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow for some more Pompoween. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Did I have lipstick on my teeth that entire time? I probably did.